Pricing a house for sale has changed over the years. Now it is really designed to create as much attention as possible. There are three different strategies when pricing a house. One is the old way. Aspirational pricing only really works now for the best house in the best neighborhood. We leave room for negotiation. Then, of course, there's fair market value, which is when we look at all the data and we kind of find the lows and the highs and find a value range somewhere in the middle. And then, of course, there is event level pricing, which is designed to create a bidding war. Specifically, the launch of the property is an event. We usually only choose event level pricing when a seller is in a rush or there's some inherent flaw that's going to eliminate a large portion of the marketplace at first contact online, like being on a busy street or being a major fixer, something of those lines. So don't just price to leave room. Have a strategy when picking a debut price.
Who is that guy?
I don't know, but he's good.
What, aspirational pricing and event level pricing. I love those words. I mean, they're impactful. From a realtor standpoint, it's coming up with something different and being different. He's just saying the same thing. Hey, pricing high is aspirational pricing. It's like, hey, we really want that. It's a rip on the seller. It's like, hey, you got aspiration. This is what the price is, but that's what we call this. And then event level pricing is just like, we're going to really go after it and kick it, not underprice it. That was very well done.
He did a good job of categorizing. Aspirational was basically you just throw it against the wall and try to get it to stick and see if you can get it, which is what everybody wants to do. And well, my neighbor got 450. Let's list at 475 and see if we can get it. That kind of listing strategy is horrible. In most markets, you end up failing, even in good markets, where I kind of fall between market analysis, where we truly observe the comps, and then I try to show like 450, 450, 450, but they really listed at 425. All of them were up. They have legs, $25,000 legs on those offers. Are those legs real, or are those legs just indicative of having a crazy market? And then people have to say, but they got it, so we should get it. Kind of agree and I kind of don't, because all of those listings with having them at the 450 and listing them at the 425, that was almost like event pricing, which is what a strategy I've employed for 2 years. You intentionally price it attractively so that you get more attention. And then you have the grand debut, right? And here we're doing the pre-marketing, the coming soon. We build up all the hype like it's an event, and then it sells with multiple offers and people fighting, which is where you end up at a higher price. The only problem with event pricing is every consumer's scared to death to do it. And I don't blame them, especially in a market that's transitioning like right now.
Until they lose a few times. And then all of a sudden they're kind of into it. Now it's like, hey, I've got to win. It's frustrating, but hey, if I want to get into that area, this is what I got to do in which to be able to do it. When we're working with our buyers, it's kind of like it was for the last 2 years. You got to lose a couple times. Like they feel they got to lose. I said, we don't have to lose. You got to understand what the market is doing. But sometimes they needed to feel it and see what was happening. And then they're like, oh my gosh, this is what we got to do. That's one thing I'm really happy for, that inspections are going to come back. To me, it was always an icky thing.